All right, and there goes your XM Studio straps. Let's get that opened up. And let's check out what's on the top layer. There it is, y'all. Let's get it out the plastic and see what we got. All right, guys, this is the top layer. You can see it's just a lot of weapons and a lot of parts. So let's check out the bottom part and see what's in there. All right, guys, this is the bottom part of the box, and it looks like you got Warmachine's body in here, the torso, and it looks like you have the Warbuster upper torso and some other parts. Let's check it out. All right, guys, and there it is out of the plastics, and as you can see, it's one part of the base. That's the upper part of Warbuster, and then you got the lower part of Warmachine in these 3 rebars. Pretty dope. All right, guys, so here is one of the other boxes. This is one of the big boxes. This is like 125 pounds for this box. That's the top layer with all the covers and the plastics. Let's go ahead and take that off and check it out. And there it goes with all the wrapping off. You can see the massive gun, the other massive arm. I guess that's the chest piece of Warmachine. Tank's head. You got Warmachine's head. Another weapon, another part of the weapon. Crazy. And here goes the bottom half of that box. It looks like it's Warmachine wrapped up. Warbuster. So let's take it off and let's check out what we got. All right, guys, and there it is without the wrapping. And as you can see, is the back of Tank, his legs, well, his armor legs, his tank legs, and another piece over there. Listen, I'm out of breath because you just don't understand how heavy these things are. It's like, it doesn't even make no sense how heavy those damn legs are. Oh my God. Let's check out the other box, and the last box. And here is the last box. This box is also about 120 to 125 pounds. A lot of pieces. So you can see the wrapping. This is the top part. Let's check it out. Let's take the wrapping off and check it out. And here it is, guys, with the plastics off. As you can see, this is more weapons. Got the arms of Warmachine, upper torso, and the hand of Tank. Just so many damn pieces. This is crazy. All right, let's take a look at the layer underneath this, and let's see what's there. Let's go. Okay, guys, and the bottom layer of this box is this massive, gigantic base and a lot of other parts. Holy crap. This is giganticus. Yeah. So let's take it out. Let's check it out. And there it is, guys, with all the plastics off and the paper. Man, this base is gigantic. This is, wow. This is like a 1/3 scale. One of my 1/3 scale bases. It's probably even bigger. This is incredible, man. If anybody out there has the Batman versus Bane base, well, statue from Prime Studios, this is about the same size. And this is a 1/4 scale. Wow. Well, let's go ahead and put it together, y'all. This is gonna be a minute. Have patience. Let's go! sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome, 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 welcome back to another episode. Thank you for coming back and joining us. And here we are with another one. Oh my God. This is crazy. Jesus. Wow. Man, listen. Right here we have the XM Studios Warmachine exclusive version B with the War Tank. Oh my Jesus. I underestimated the sheer size of this son of a man. I'm just excited, y'all, to have this in the building today. This is crazy phenomenal. This is one of my two most anticipated statues of the year. It finally arrived, and man, this thing looks nothing like it does in the videos. In person, this is extremely epic. Holy Jesus, man. This is next level right here. This is off the chain. But listen, y'all, this is gonna be a little long one because I am not gonna do y'all an injustice and not show you every single detail of this statue, because you guys deserve it. This statue deserves it, because this is one of the most detailed and one of the most biggest and epic statues that I ever had. And I'm not gonna say the pleasure to put together, because this was a pain in the ass putting it together. Didn't have no issues with nothing except one thing. We're gonna talk about that one thing later. And there's a very, very small thing, which is crazy, to get something in this big and have no damages and everything on it. We're gonna, you know what? Let's just go through the review so you can see what the hell I'm talking about. All right, without further ado, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Let's get to this damn review. Y'all know how we do this, right? We do this starting with the base. It's gonna be a little bit different because you can't move this 300 and something pound statue around. You have to do it like where it's at in place. But we're gonna get ahead and do what we always do. We're gonna start from the bottom, work our way up. And man, this is an epic statue. Like I say, please stick around, watch it from the beginning to the end, because in the end, I have a major surprise. Well, it's not really at the end. I don't want you guys fast forwarding it, because you're gonna miss it if you do fast forward it. But don't do that, because you need to watch every single detail that I'm about to show you on this statue, because this is a world-class epicness right here for a quarter scale statue. XM Studios killed it with this one. And like I said, stay tuned all the way to the end of the video, because I got not one, but two surprises to hit you off with. And also, we do got a giveaway. So don't forget, as soon as we hit 3,500 subscribers, check this out.
I would like to thank CollectorZone.com for sponsoring this great giveaway for this 1/10 Jabba the Hutt Iron Studio statue. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, leave a message below, and join the Collector Zone Cantina group on Facebook.com for your chance to win this giveaway. Remember, you must be subscribed to the channel, leave a message below, and join the Cantina group on Facebook.com. Let's go!
So there you go. That's a beautiful Iron Studios Jabba the Hutt statue that's going to be given away to anybody that watches the channel, that leaves their messages. You have to leave your messages, man, at the bottom, because that's the only way you're really going to get a chance to win, and be subscribed. But thank you once again to Marcos from Collector Zone for that great giveaway. But without further ado, let's get into the statue. Let's get ahead. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up. Let's go, baby. So let's go ahead and take a look right here in the bottom of the statue, right? So we're gonna start at the base. You're gonna start seeing like the white markings of the road on the concrete, and it's pretty dope. The detail on that is bananas. You got cracks and crevices and all kind of things. It's really nicely painted with these gray shadings, dark grays, light grays. There's some hints of browns in there and tinges of black to give it highlights. Very nice paint job. As it keeps going around, you're gonna start seeing these rebars that's coming out of the concrete. There's a couple of them that's going around. You're gonna see these giant bricks on the floor, also nicely painted, nicely sculpted. They have detail in it, some texturing. As it keeps going around, you're gonna see this fire hydrant. It's pretty cool. It looks destroyed and is embedded into the cement and the concrete, where the war tank just rolled his armored tank legs right through the street and destroyed everything. Really nice. The hydrant looks pretty cool, nicely detailed. Love the way they have not the whole hydrant is painted in red, but they have some seams that, you know, where the paint came off, just the rustic on it. Really cool, real nice paint job that they did there. As it keeps going around, you're going to continue to see bricks going around the front of the statue, going all the way around. Nicely detailed, nice paint on that as well. As it keeps going around, you're going to look in the middle, and if you look at the middle, you're going to look at like this giant cables that are going through the ground, that's coming from one side up to the other, straight through. Pretty cool, really nice. It looks like the coating of the wiring that's protecting the wires inside of that looks like it's made of a plastic, not a metal, but like a plastic that's coated. And if you look inside as it goes around, you're going to see the intricacies of the inside that's inside of that. Pretty cool. Some more of the street markings of the white road marks. Really nice detail of the concrete. It really does look like concrete and cement in the street. It looks awesome, man. Pretty cool job. As it goes around, you're going to continue to see more of the road that's been destroyed all the way around. And then when you come all the way to the back side, you're going to see a bunch more of these rebars that are coming out of the ground. More bricks, more of the lines of the road work. And then you're going to see this giant piece of concrete that's coming up from the ground from behind his back track wheel. I'm going to call it a track wheel. Y'all guys know what I'm talking about. It's like the tank wheels, the tracks. Really nice. All the way around in the back and everything. So they did a great job around the base. I love what they did with the base, with the detail and the texturing and the paint work. Very good job. Really good job. All right, guys, so we're going to start taking a look at his first, what you would call his left leg, but it's actually like tank tracks. Really nice. It's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and start with that. So when you start looking at this right here, the detail is pretty nice. I love the way they got the yellow decals on it, describing the areas and the parts of the tank. You're going to see activate with caution. Pretty cool. If you look at the detail and the intricacies of that's been sculpted, it looks really nice. You're going to see the tracks and everything nicely detailed as it goes around. You're going to see the hydraulics that's giving the bounce of the tank is really nice. Nicely detailed. And like I said, they have these yellow decals that are pretty much making things stand out. So far, the paint job that I'm looking at is pretty nice. On camera, it might not be doing it justice, and you think that this is all one solid gray color. It's actually not. There's kind of different coloring in it, and I'm trying to do the best justice that I can so I can show you that. So as it keeps going around, and when you look at the tracks are nicely detailed. They look like they made of steel. Pretty cool. I love the way that they painted that too. They gave it like a rustic paint with some weathering. You can see the silver paints coming through the like the bronze colors, the brownish bronze colors. Tracks itself as it goes around, and you come around towards the front. As it starts spinning around, you're gonna see more hydraulics inside of that. Really nice intricate work, really nicely detailed. Some more of the yellowing. You got a yellow hazard mark right there. Pretty cool, man. And you know, they just did a phenomenal job with that, man. And if you look up, and which would be like, let's say if this was a human or something like that, and you look at the thigh area, this is obviously not a thigh because this is a robot. And if you go up and you start looking at that area like there, like what I was saying with the colors, that top part that would be like the thigh area, outer rims of it is like a, I don't even know, it's kind of a bluish, a real like a I don't know, like a teal blue color. Real nice, man. Nicely painted. The sculpt on that is nice. I love the way they sculpted the boats on it. The silver colors with the grays, they work really good with each other. If you look really close, like I said, I'm gonna try my best to show you the details on this. There is some weathering, and you can see that the paint is just not solid. Like the gray paint is not solid. You got weathering in the paint to give it that rustic look and that old look, and you know, the worn look. Really nice. Pretty cool, man. I love what they did there. That looks really good, man. And also the gold paint that's the bolts on the side where the hydraulics are going into. Really cool. And if you look in the inside part over here, you're going to look at more hydraulics. The paint is really nice, more decals, really nice. You can see that they weathered and scratched up. The same thing with the other leg, with the other track leg. Same thing, all the same decals, everything going around, same paint work, different kinds of weathering on it. You can see the paint, like I said, is not solid. Around the edges, you can see where the paint is wearing off, and it just looks incredible, man. It just looks incredible. So we're gonna keep going around the leg over here, and as we start going around this leg, you're gonna start seeing this first gigantic gun. This gun right here actually gets attached to Warmachine on his back. So this is the gun that gets attached to his right side back shoulder. Yes, this gigantic gun gets attached to the Warmachine. Stick around to the end, guys, because at the end you're going to be seeing the Warmachine actually put together and standing in front of Tunetank. So stay tuned for that. Now as it goes around, you're going to see like this is like some kind of a Gatling gun. Really nice, very nicely sculpted. The detail on this is beautiful, man. I love the way they did the work, the intricacy of the sculpt on this to make everything work together, to give it that gun look. It looks like it's very functional. As it comes around, you're gonna see like this missile launcher. It looks like there's 4 missiles that have been sculpted into it. Pretty cool. I love the way they painted that red, and they gave it like a little shiny look of the red, which it looks pretty real. That whole compartment on the side that's been sculpted to looks like the casing that's holding the missiles inside. Very nicely sculpted. I love the way they did the bolts, everything about that. Now in the back of that, you're gonna see it looks like this cable, this iron cable. Now this is very nice. This is actually real cable. It's functional. It's movable. It's posable. Really nice work with that, man. It's awesome. And just about the whole gun getting attached to the side of the leg where the knee is at, all the detail is just phenomenal on this. Everything has been sculpted so beautifully. Everything looks good together. They did a great job with this. This is phenomenal, man. All the way to the back of the tracks of his legs, man. They just did a phenomenal job. This is incredible. This is just such nice work, man. This is awesome. Let's get ahead and move up, guys. So let's get ahead and start right here where the hand and this other gigantic gun is at. So this is another gigantic gun, also a Gatling gun, different design from the other gun. This one is actually bigger. This Gatling barrel is actually bigger than the other Gatling barrel. Really nicely detailed. The same thing, they have decals and these yellow markings around it just to give it the hazard. Once again, the cable that's coming out of that and going into the upper part, that is mixed media. That's actually real, and you can actually move that around and function it. It's straight up made of metal. Real nice. That gun is really nice, going all the way up. You got all these gold colors and everything where the metal is going into it, and then you got this other gigantic missile launcher. Different kind of missiles on this one. Same thing, painted red. This is really nice. All these different weapons are just phenomenal. So let's get ahead and go right down to his hand and start looking at his hand. Now this is the only hand that's on this statue. This is and this hand that gets pegged in. Very nice, really robotic look. They gave it the intricacy of this is really nice. If you look at the fingers where the knuckle areas and just where all the folds and where all the joints were bent on the fingers, great job with that. You can see the metal work on that. The detail in it is beautiful. Great paint work. Love the way they gave it weathering on the fingers and the color with the grays and the light grays and silvers. Really nicely mixed. Like I said, this is not one color, man. They really mixed it up with the colors on here. On some videos, I can understand that it looks like it's all one flat color. No, it's not flat. Now, the statue does have shiny areas and have dull areas. Now, the great thing about this statue is the colors. There's a lot of different colors on here, whether you can see it or not in camera or photos or whatever it is. In person with my physical eye, you can physically see the differences in the coloring and everything. And when you got the lighting hitting it in different angles, this thing just pops. And I'm sure it looks great on camera right now. This is phenomenal with the colors and everything. I really thought that it was gonna be flat, you know, and things like that. I'm really blown away because I was wrong. It's not flat. And this is why you can't judge a book by its cover. You have to physically see a statue in
hand to appreciate what you're getting, what you're looking at, everything. And this in hand is very different from my opinions that I had for it before I even had it in hand. Now my opinion is completely different. I'm really blown away. But let's go ahead and get back into this, man. Let's go ahead and get back into the shoulder area and start working our way up and check this out. Let's go ahead and go over to the right arm, which is the big, gigantic, gigantic gun. Now, let's start from the inside part and work our way around it. So this gun is incredible. It's giant. Like, this is, honestly, is the size of my arm. And I got a pretty big arm, but this is the size of my arm, like hands down. The detail on this, phenomenal. Again, it doesn't look like it was a rush scope. It looked like they really took their time to scope this to the look that they wanted it to look. Phenomenal. I'm really in love with this. It's really, really badass, man. If you look at the inside of the gun, it looks like kind of looks like a claw, but it's not a claw. This is pretty much what you would see in a barrel when you got a giant ray or a giant ray gun or a laser gun that builds up the energy inside of that, and then it shoots out the blast. Very nicely detailed, man. The detail on that is phenomenal. Love it, love it, love it. Now, this is a light up feature. I'm gonna get ahead and put on the light up feature for you real quick so you can see it. The light is very, very, very bright. You got this beautiful blue LED light, real nice. It gives you this pulsating look. If you leave the light on for a while, as you can see, it looks like it's pulsating every now and then. Look at that, see that? It looks like there's a ray going and being shot at you. Beautiful work with that, man. It's awesome, man. Beautiful work. It's just phenomenal. You got this little barrel in the bottom of it. The detail on this is just epic. It's crazy. It's just phenomenal, man. The scope on this is crazy, crazy phenomenal. Also, as you go around and you look at the back and the bottom of the gun, once again, you got these two metal cables that are coming out from the back of the gun and going into the back of his arm. These are also real and it's articulated. You can't articulate this. I don't even want to play with that articulated because it looks like it would probably break. I don't know. I'm just nervous. I don't want to break nothing on here. But this is really, really nice. That's actually made of metal, and these cables are movable, man. They nice. They really nice work. Beautiful going all the way up. Great work. Beautiful work with the shoulder. Again, phenomenal work with the shoulder. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start working on the weapons that are attached to a shoulder. We're gonna start on the right-hand side, and we're gonna start taking a look at this other gigantic Gatling gun. This is beautifully detailed. I love the way they have the black tips is smoke. Love the way it's painted with like if it was like, you know, the gun was used and it left the stains of the smoke on the tips. Really, really nice work. Going all the way down, you got these tinges of black going throughout it, like the smoke and everything. When you start looking at the Gatling gun itself, once again, more yellow decals, really nice. It just gives it that great separation of paint. Really cool, man. I love the way they weathered it. You got edging that's scraped off, and they took the paint off to give it that other light gray look. Really nice. A lot of shade work to this gun. They did a great job with the shade job. You're gonna see this other decal, number 81. Pretty cool, man. That's pretty badass. As we go around the back over here, and then at the back is really nicely detailed. Pretty cool job, man. That is badass. Now, right next to that one, you have this other gun. It's actually a missile launcher. Not a gun, it's a missile launcher. This is extreme. This is really extreme. Once again, nicely painted with this red paint. They did pretty cool work with that. It looks good. They probably could have did a little bit better with the paint, because there's some areas you can see where they got misses with the paint and kind of an overblast of paint on some of them, which is, you know, but it still looks good, man. Still looks good. I think they could have did a little bit better with that. As it goes around, more of the yellow decal, and man, this is just phenomenal. As it goes all the way around, you're gonna see these other two giant missiles on the top of the other missile launcher. Crazy. And then once again, you got these giant metal wire cable things coming out from the back of the bottom of the gun going up to the top missiles. That is also mixed media. You can move that, but I wouldn't recommend it because those are a little rougher and tighter in place than they are with the other ones. Really nice work with those missiles and those guns. Let's get ahead and work our way over to the other side and start looking at all the other guns on the other side. Let's go ahead and start right here on his left arm. Okay, so when you start looking at the gun, this is pretty badass, man. The detail on this is really nice. They got more coloring to this. This bronze and then these brown paints. Love where the yellows of the yellow markings is at, because it's actually, you know, you can see that it's weathered. These are definitely decals. Now I can really see the decal on it, some parts, so there are decals. Love the way they did the weathering on this as well, man. And they got that gunmetal paint job with, like I said, on the edges, they got the paintings that have been scraped off. This is pretty cool. You got this decal right here that says Weapon System 308. Badass. Love it, man. Love what they did there. Great job. Great work with that. Let's get ahead and move up to this other Gatling gun. I think this is pretty much a matching Gatling gun to the right one. They pretty much identical. The paint is a little different. And then once again on the tips, you got the smoke stains from the gun being fired. This one is painted a little differently because there's more weathering on this one and different areas. Same scope but different weathering. I love what they did with that. They didn't make it identical. They made it different just by the paint and everything like that. It looks awesome and it looks really good. All right, guys, so let's get ahead and get to the back of Wartank and start taking a look at the Wartank in his back. All right, let's start right here in the bottom, pretty much his butt area. And look at the scope on this. Same thing, man, with these grays and everything's painted. A lot of weathering on the metal to give it the metal look. This 1000% looks like it's metal. Doesn't even look like it's polystone at all. It looks great. If you look in the middle, going all the way up his back, you got like this metal bronze pipe that goes all the way from the bottom all the way up to the top. It looks functional. It's painted with a bronze color. A lot of weathering on that too. A lot of you can see the brush strokes on it. It looks really nice. On each side of that metal piece is going up his spine. You can see hydraulics on every level of it. If you can see, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4 levels, and on every level you're gonna see to the right and to the left a hydraulic where you can see how Wartank will be able to bend over and bend back and everything like that, and you can see that all of that is functional. Real nice, more decals of yellow, really nice. The scope work on this is phenomenal, man. And this is all like a 3D layering, so it's not flat. It looks like everything's flapping over each other, which it just looks great, man. It looks phenomenal, man. They did a great job with that. Let's get ahead and move around to the front and take a look at Wartank inside of Warmachine. Pause. All right, guys, let's start here in the bottom. But like I said, wait to the end because you're gonna actually see the Wartank fully closed and the Warmachine out of Wartank standing on his own with his own base. So stay tuned to the end for that. All right, so starting right here in the bottom, and the bottom part and the outer part, you're gonna see where Wartank sits in. You're gonna see that like a red circle light thing. That is a light up feature that does light up. Going up, you're gonna start seeing where he's resting inside of, and it's you got these gold paints again with these bronze, and it looks like metal. Everything there looks like metal. On each side, you're gonna see these flaps. Pretty cool how that works, because it looks like when Wartank goes, when Warmachine comes out and the Wartank starts closing up, that those flaps close into place. So as of right now, they posed open, and it looks incredible. It looks phenomenal. Nice paint, nice scope. Let's start taking a look at the upper torso of Warmachine. This is a great scope of Warmachine. Not only are you getting this gigantic Wartank statue, you're also getting a quarter scale brand new Warmachine with its own gigantic base, and it just gives it its own look on its own. Incredible, phenomenal. I love the way they did the weathering throughout the whole Warmachine. Everywhere you look around the Warmachine, there's weathering to it on the shoulders, just the edges, the way that they did the weathering on the shoulders and everything. Pretty cool. The weapons on both his arms. Warmachine is also a light up feature. Eyes light up, chest light up. That's the difference with this one and the XM Studios Hulkbuster. That one, the Hulkbuster has light up features, but the Iron Man doesn't have no light up features. This one does. Now, there is one thing about this, and I was, looking at it when it was first announced and everything, and it was just, a little thing. Is where Warmachine sits in. that it kind of looks off of where his legs should be at and everything like that. In hand, it does look a little kind of off. It does. But it doesn't bother me at all. Shit looks badass. But with that in the same, sense, let's get to it. I think this could have been engineered a little bit better. They could have made Warmachine more in, because if you look at it, there's a lot of space from the inside of Warmachine to the back of Tunetank. There's about that much space. So if they would have engineered it so they could fit it in more, then it would have looked more like he's right where he should be at. But with that being said, it really doesn't matter. This looks badass. I love it. It really doesn't bother me at all. It looks great. I think they did a good job with that. I just wanted to say that real quick because I need, I want to be 1000% honest and 100% real about it all. You know what I'm saying? I got to do that. But yeah, man, so let's go ahead and finish this up right here. So we're going to go back up here and start taking a look. Now we're going to move up into his portrait, this is the portrait that this goes up and sits up just like Hulkbuster. The same functionality, same thing. But it goes up and it comes up and it sits up on the top where Tunetank would go inside of him and do his thing. Really, really nice. The sculpt on that is beautiful, is amazing. It's incredible, man. So yeah, man, I just really wanted to show that to you guys real quick, and I'm so happy to have this in the collection. This is incredible. This is a giant quarter scale statue. I am proud. I'm honored to have this statue in my collection. I know everybody talks real lightly about the Grail word, but listen, man, this is a Grail, hands down. And not only this is a Grail, but check this out. Woo! And there it is, y'all, right here in the flesh, together in all of its glory. Here we have Tunetank, Hulkbuster, Warmachine, Iron Man, all in its glory, right here, right next to each other, so you can see how they look next to each other. Man, these are the two, definitely the XM Studio Grail. Right here, the Hulkbuster, Bananas, Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And right here you have, to me, possibly the newest Grail for XM Studios. Man, this is phenomenal. This is crazy. Tunetank with Warmachine. Epic piece. Crazy. These two pieces together look crazy, phenomenal together. Man, I don't even know what to say. I'm really honored and proud to own this right here. Yes, but wait, there's one more missing. Boom, and there it is, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, woo, yes, sir. Woo.
Nobody can even see you.
But y'all can see me now. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, baby. First time ever. Tunetank, Hulkbuster, Hulk Transformation. The 3XM Studio Grails all together in its glory. Mission accomplished.